All right, let's talk about motivational interviewing. So what do you need to know? You need to educate the patient. So typically a patient will come in for weight loss, and that's mainly it, or health concerns. So you educate them. So you say, hey, what do you know about weight loss? And then you ask them, are you wanting to lose weight? So you kind of acknowledge their readiness to change. And then you give them a recommendation saying, evidence shows that when your weight range is between the BMI, we'll say, of like 20 to 25, you have fewer diseases that are potentially caused by weight, so you'd be healthier. So then the next step is obtaining a commitment. So you signal a commitment saying, no, I really do want to help you because I want all my patients to be really healthy. And, that's what I like to do. That's why I'm in medicine. So I just want to know, on a scale of 1 to 10, how motivated are you? So you ask them, then they tell you. And then you say, if it's a 2, you follow up saying, well, what can we do to make that 2 a 4 or 5? What do you think? So you get them involved in their healthcare. Then they give you an option. And then you praise them saying, yeah, I think that's a great idea. All right, so that's part 2. So then the next step is you have to help them set a goal. So ask the patient what they would like to change. So for instance, is there anything about your daily routine that you'd like to change? Is the way you eat, are you happy with your current diet habits? Do you ever feel like you miss a meal? Are you okay with this? Or what would be your ideal diet? Have you thought about that? And the trick is, you don't want to dictate a plan for them saying, hey, eat this, 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 this. Instead, you want them to say it. That's a huge point. So if you do that, you get a checkbox off. So that's good. And then you want to negotiate a plan. So you want them to say, hey, I kind of want to do this. That's them telling you their goal in their own words. Then on top of that, you want to help negotiate a plan. So like, for instance, you can say, well, when you go to the supermarket and you're going with your girlfriends and you go in the middle aisles and you realize there's all this good stuff, like, how are you going to handle that? So you don't say it in that kind of form that's very abrupt, but you would say, what do you think would be difficult about making this change? And then they may bring up that scenario. And then you talk about that scenario saying, well, do you think that maybe if we help you consciously think not to go in that aisle, that could help? You just bring up ideas to help intervene, to help prevent the patient from relapsing, whether it's to smoking or eating junk food or not exercising. All right. So of course, then you offer them saying, we can also talk about, once you lose a significant amount of weight or stop smoking, we can talk about medical therapies as well. But our goal is always conservative management without medicine. All right. And then you say, all right, well, I just want to take a step back here. I want to summarize what's going on. And I want to say, does that make sense to you? And then they'll say yes. And they'll say, can I clarify anything? And then they'll say no. Or maybe they'll ask a question. So then you say, all right, I just want to make sure you understand this. So can you repeat our plan back to me? They tell you your plan. You're like, oh, yeah, that's great. And that's how you go. And then you say, all right, well, let's do a close follow-up because I really care about this. And I want to make sure you change. So let's have a follow-up in 2 weeks. All right? How does that sound? Wonderful. I actually really am looking forward to this. Thanks for taking your time and talking to me today. Things like that. Close in a nice manner. All right, well, that was 3 minutes, but this is motivational interviewing. You'll probably get a patient on this for Step 2 CS. You must know this. It's not hard. There's just 4 components. So you got to educate the patient, figure out what they know. Then you need to come up with a commitment, talk about a goal, and then create a plan and have them say it in their own words. All right, and arrange follow-up. Have a great day.